guys, welcome back to a fresh episode of Through Thic and Thin. Today we have a special guest, and no, it's not Torrie, although he is special.
I'm always the center of attention.
And if you guys, I just got made aware of this, that we've been getting flagged on YouTube for a variety of different things. So we're looking to make it a few in a row.
We're going to air it out a bit here.
And we're looking to correct some things. So we got Kevin on the podcast today.
I'm the diversity here. Bringing something
Yeah.
else other than just white people sitting
No,
here. So.
it's not just two white dudes in a room this time.
Yeah, it's 3 white dudes sitting in a room this time, right?
We don't see color on this
We don't see
podcast.
color.
Oh, okay. Well, you could have said 3 brown guys.
Yeah.
We know. Okay, we know where the line is.
I mean,
Okay.
you're awfly tan, so.
Yeah, dude.
I was just gonna say.
Yeah.
Nice.
I've been wearing some tanning lotion. The only thing is, it's like really oily, like when I'm outside, and so that kind of sucks.
Your autism flares up, and then you're like, oh, it's greasy. Greasy things, yeah.
That's our
I got
flag
it.
right there. You nailed it.
Well, there you go. Now just one count in there.
Yeah. So how's your guys' week been going?
I don't know. Just work. I honestly just work.
Yeah.
Come home and then do the same thing all over again.
Yeah.
And be gay on the side, but you know, that's just a side thing for me.
Torrie too, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
me too. Yeah, for sure. Just side when I'm
Just
feeling
on
it,
the
you know.
Yeah.
What about you, Tor?
Almost set my house on fire again.
Again?
Yeah, again. Yeah.
What are you
You-
cooking?
Oh, I
Pizza?
wasn't cooking. You know those like white cottonwood like fluffs that are floating around town?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, like the
those-
dandelion
Yeah,
ones?
yeah. So I had a bunch of them on my yard, and I saw a TikTok video. If you take a lighter to them, you can light them all on
So
fire.
this one was intentional.
This was not intentional. It worked. It worked for that guy on TikTok, but it worked for me really well. I ended up burning my front row of shrubs at my house because they were all like piled up into the shrubbery.
So
and
you were
it-
standing. Let me get this straight. You were standing in the front yard
Yeah.
with a lighter, trying to light these things.
Well, I did once. It just took one take, and it like a wall of fire went across my front yard.
Oh yeah, that shit catches fire really quick.
That's
yeah, it went
wild.
up quick.
Were you shirtless?
No, I wasn't.
I like to imagine
I-
like you're in like disheveled, walking out there.
Disheveled,
You're
yeah.
gonna fucking get rid of these.
Well, Seth was outside. I'm like, Seth, watch this. I saw it on TikTok. It went up so quick, and all I heard was in the background, door's on fire. The Lord's fired. Look out. I'm like, we'll be fine.
Dang. Yeah, you guys
So-
are close to the police station.
Yeah,
so-
they drove by.
Oh, good, good,
Mm.
good.
Mm-hmm.
I got pink eye, I think, this week. So there's that.
It's from eating on the toilet, isn't it?
You're
Yeah,
waiting to say
You
that.
gotta cut that out.
No, dude. My little niece this just let me go through it.
She fought on your face or what?
I was
knew
just
that's
gonna
what she was
say,
gonna
like,
say.
people usually get pink eye from eating ass, so I don't know what you're doing there. But then you mentioned your knees, and I'm like, oh, okay, so this is an Alabama thing.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. No, she had it, and my sister's like, "Can you babysit?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." I'm like, "Is this concerning? Like, am I gonna get this now?" And she's like, "No, nobody else in the family has got it. Like, my brother-in-law, my sister, my other 2 nieces, they're all good." So I'm like, "Oh, I should be good." She played in the yard the whole time, kind of whatever. We got candy here and there, but nothing else. I'm like, I should be good. All of a sudden, the next like 3-4 days progressively gets worse and worse until like on Tuesday. I'm like, it was so bad. My eye was like this. Or which day did you text me? Because it was pretty bad that
Monday.
day. That was
Yeah, it was
Monday.
Monday.
Tuesday got
You
worse.
looked like you were puking. Like, you know when your eyes flare up from puking? That's what it's like, oh, he must be on a bender.
It was liver failure.
Liver failure king. Yeah.
Liver failure. King. So then I ended up going. Eventually, I did that. Have you guys used that Q-Doc thing, where you can see a doctor through like
That sounds gay.
I concur.
Q doc.
Q-Doc. It's part of the equation. The
Oh,
LG. Yeah, it's
That's
the end.
yeah,
of it.
that's
Yeah.
a Q in
It's
there.
the-
It's the
the
last
Q
part.
doc.
That's what
Yeah.
it means.
Jeez. So I got this. It's basically you go online and you just fill in your health information and you can see a doctor like through your phone
Can you get prescriptions
through
for
Zoom. Yeah,
Really?
I got a
That doesn't
prescription
sound
for
legal
for I got a prescription for like eye
Perk?
meds.
Get some Percocets.
And he was looking at me. He's like, I don't know if that's pink eye. And I was like, he's like, when I first got it, the first day I got it, I had a splitting migraine. And I thought it was just kind of coincidental. And he's like, "Are you getting migraines or anything?" And I'm like, "Well, I haven't for the last few days." I'm like, "No." He's like, "Okay, if you do, make sure you go into the hospital." I'm like, "Why?" And he's like, "Well, it could be a bacteria infection. Then it could spread through your face or your head."
You're panicking.
And I'm like, I just told him, no, I can't back off this now. I'm like, I wish you would have told me the consequences first. So I'm like, I'm committed. I said no. And then I went to the thing and they gave me, have you guys ever got cream? You guys ever had pink eye? First of all, let's start.
No.
Fucking sick.
And I'm gay. So. That should tell you.
Well, I thought they were going to give me eye drops. It's like a cream. So I have to like pull my eye back and put this cream in there. Well, then when you blink for the next like 10, 15 minutes, it's like dirty windshield wipers.
Yeah, so you can't see.
You can't see shit. Yeah.
Dang.
It's good. Like it looks better now, right? Like I look better.
It's a bit red.
A little bit
Yeah,
red.
little bit.
It's a little bit red. I
Yeah.
thought that you were just out in the sun too much. You know,
Yeah.
like have you seen those kids that are like spend way too much time under the water, like at the pool, and their like eyes are just bloodshot.
That's
what I
his
thought was-
kid. This kid, you get him around some chlorine, he can't see for 3 or 4 days.
That's what I thought. So I didn't want to say anything, but then you said pink eye.
Yeah. Well, I think I could tell people were like could see it too, but didn't want to say anything. So I'd say it right away, and then it also felt like I was like that kid that's like, I broke my arm. Like it also felt. I'm like fucking like what do I do here?
As an adult, how do you tell people you have pink eye though?
I-
like that's
Like it's
Oh.
literally the first thing that comes to mind.
Yeah.
It's just
It's
like
just
ass.
ass.
Yeah.
That's actually where I start. I'm like, oh ass.
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It's absolute rager last weekend. Absolute shit.
I was eye to eye.
Had to bring in the Q doc.
It does sound like someone that would show up at like a rave.
Yeah.
Someone's out over here. Get the Q doc.
Now, so is this like backed by the Canadian government? This Q doc thing?
I think so.
Like with this doctor, where he was a Canadian doctor, or was
Yeah, I mean, he didn't look Canadian. If you know what I mean.
who
He
looks
looked a little bit like Kevin.
It was Middle Eastern.
100%.
Yeah.
Maybe I
okay.
should be on like in every single episode. Just
Yeah,
like,
you
just
should.
like Kevin. Kevin, can you say it?
Yeah, yeah.
Q and Kev.
We just point. Yeah, no, like I think he was Canadian. He was super nice. He was smiling a lot. I was like, I feel better after this.
Nice.
Yeah, he's super. I thought they were going to be like, sometimes, like, have you seen your family doctor or whatever? And they're kind of passive aggressive.
All
Like,
the time. Yeah.
what are you doing here?
Mine just feels like it just judges me every single
Yeah.
every single time that I come in.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, why are you doing here?
Yeah.
Like, I just woke up with a random mole.
Yeah.
I don't want to die.
Yeah.
Exactly.
This guy was like happy to see me. I'm like, I'm going to
Nice.
call you more often,
change.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was my week. If that means anything to you guys.
Well, you were saying that you had a sore throat, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's that from, huh?
Could be from down it on dicks.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. Same party.
I must have missed that.
Yeah, where were you, man? It's Pride Month, bro.
The hell are you doing staying inside for?
I'm gonna get my gay card.
Yeah.
revoked.
Shit.
What ethnicity are you, Kevin?
I am South American, but
South-
like if you like go like down my ancestry, I'm like almost 50% native South American.
Okay.
Then like 28% like Spanish from Spain, like European,
Okay.
and then the rest is just black. So I can also say the N word technically.
Oh, that's what I was
Nice.
getting at. I was
Right
like,
on.
do we
Yeah.
get an N-word pass on this episode?
But that's the thing, because I am so mixed. I don't think I can give it away.
It's
I can say
diluted
it, but I
now.
cannot give the
Yeah,
N-word.
no one's gonna question it, especially us.
Exactly.
But I mean, we've been waiting. We've been waiting 59 episodes.
For somebody close to being black to give us the N-word pass. I can call my dad and I'd be like, "Hey, Dad, can you talk to him, please?"
You're on speakerphone, by the way.
Torrie, usually before we start episodes, we usually sit here and he gets it out. He says it a bunch, and then
okay.
it's not recorded.
just so he's good for the rest of the episode. Okay, that's a good. Yeah, that's a good.
He sits
No,
here.
believe it or not, I've never said it.
Oh,
I never said the N word. I never said the F slur either, even though I
Really?
can say it too. Oh yeah. No.
like the okay. I was thinking like
No,
fuck.
No, the other one.
that's what everybody thinks too.
Yeah.
I'm just one of those lame gay ethnic people, I guess. I'm just boring.
Is that okay? Is it to be gay in like South America? Is that more common or less common or?
I would say less common because people are like fucking each other all the time out there,
Yeah?
procreating. So
Yeah.
but no, I would say that it's more looked down upon. Like it's very homophobic down there. So,
Oh, really?
Like at least in my country, I don't know everybody else, but yeah, no, it's very much like people rather want you to be like a drug dealer or something other than just being gay.
Oh, really? Okay.
Because I always see it on TV. They all look like they're all having a good time.
Yeah.
Like Festival, Brazil, like they're all just like going nuts down there. I always
Well, I mean,
seems like one love.
no, not really.
Dang.
Boy, that's probably just what you see on TV.
It's
like-
propaganda, dude. You started with North Korea and you ended up in
Now I'm in Cuba.
in gay Brazil.
Gay Brazil.
Yeah.
I want to see your TikTok feed, dude.
No, you don't.
For you page is curated.
Yeah.
I worked hard for that.
Dang. So have you lived here your whole life?
No, I moved here when I was 17, and didn't come out until I was like 21. So
Okay.
like I'm also a very late bloomer too. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you moved here when you're 17. That's wild.
It is. I had no friends. I turned 17, and then 2 months later I turned 18.
Yeah.
No friends. I was
'Cause-
just sitting in my room, just doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah, because normally, like, if you move here in school, then you can at least make friends. But you're like right at the
but
end
I could barely speak the language. Like I was like it was fresh out of the boat.
So what did you do? Like, what?
I went to high school, and I was like pretending to be talking to people, and that's how I learned. Yeah, that's how my accent still kind of. I was literally
Bag it up.
imitating everybody. Yeah,
You would to pretend to talk to people?
yeah. Like people that were talking to me, like
Yeah.
I was talking back to them, of course.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I had no idea what I just said.
Oh.
I could have said gibberish, but I was pretending to be talking to people.
Were you thinking that he was just standing in like open
in a room.
space?
Yeah, just like pretending
Just
to
in
talk
the corner,
to people.
just talking to myself.
Reciting English. Yeah.
Mhm.
Dang, at least we have each other, right?
Well, yeah.
We've been talking to each other.
Should have started a podcast.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, how
no,
wild would it be if you still hardly knew English? People would
Dude,
think that
no.
we captured you and brought you on here.
They have it here a hustle still.
Me and Torrie are like, we're getting flagged on YouTube. We got to bring someone in.
Bring something in. Gotta bring in a specialist.
Child trafficking.
Call the Q doc.
Oh, shit.
Dang. So you moved here at 17 and then you hardly knew the language.
Yeah.
And then you came out when you were 21. Did you know the language pretty good? Like English pretty good at 21?
Well, it's pretty much like I already knew it very well.
Yeah.
But I could. It's like whenever you go to other countries and like especially like Mexico or something, and
Yeah.
then you said quiero una cerveza, and like that's what everybody knows because
Yeah.
that's what they want to get, right?
Yeah.
So all I had to say was just like I like dick. And that's how it came out.
You just got
Yeah.
It's very nice and easy. So,
Yeah.
Dang.
Straight to the point.
exactly.
Literally.
Because that would be like a rough one to be like,
Yeah.
how do I even articulate this?
Yeah.
How do
Yeah.
I
Tell
get
people
this
what their
out?
preferences are. Yeah.
No,
That's wild.
Yeah, no, it was just pretty much that. And then most of my family wasn't here either, so that's why it was a little bit easier.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was just me, my sister, and my mom. That's it. My brother and my other sister and my dad were still in South America. So,
Do they still live here?
my sister and my brother and my mom, they live in Winkler.
Okay.
And I'm the only one that lives here in Morton, and my dad's still down there.
Do you have their address? I'm just
I will
kidding. I'm
not.
just kidding. Just dox them on here. I'm
Just gonna dox you.
The people are showing up at their house. We found them. Although in our area, anybody with a different skin tone, pretty easy.
Dude,
to
I
find.
was 1 out of 3 people of color in high school.
Heck
So
yeah.
it took me a long time to figure out that people that wanted to be my friend, it was because I looked different. That's it.
Yeah.
It's rude. Pelle was like that too, though.
Hey, I was gonna come at you. You're the one chubby kid in high school. So you guys gotta have something in common.
No one wanted to be my friend, dude. You kidding me?
He was talking to himself.
Yeah. I was the only child that I was fat, so it was like nobody wanted to talk to me.
Fuck, my parents didn't even want me around.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, my parents left, so
That's
I mean,
true. I mean, one of yours left.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. They came
Just
back.
turned there really quick.
They missed me.
Mhm.
Dang. So, how'd you find us?
Yeah, no, like I was telling you before, I was just on Instagram and I was going to the reels and I'm like, because I know you through Nikki, because
Yeah.
I met Nikki first.
Yeah.
And I known you because I served a bunch of drinks.
You
to
were
you.
at the bar. Yeah.
So
My man.
The only memory that I have from him is just him plastered. That's it.
Oh,
That's
can
all
you,
I
is
know.
it? Do you have a good story?
Unfortunately, no.
Oh,
Good.
dang.
No.
Yeah.
I was just there to take his money. That's it.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, he'll give it to you.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that too. How long did you work at Rocks?
Oh God, that was from 2013 till 2018.
Wow.
Like 5 years.
Hated
Yeah,
it?
I
liked
didn't hate it at the beginning just because I was making good money because
Yeah.
all the pipeliners were going through.
Mm-hmm.
But then later on, it just became like, what am I doing here? I just want to get out.
You made
here.
friends too while you're there? Maybe?
Oh yeah. Oh no. Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. That's where I
Yeah.
met my current partner too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So,
Dang. So then, did you primarily work in the bar side? Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
I was in the bar side and serving, and then like later on, I even like managed the bar a little bit. But then at that point, I was just like, no, get me out of here.
Get
I
out.
don't want to be here.
What does your partner think about you coming on the podcast?
Well, he's a lot older than me, so
Okay.
he doesn't really like. He didn't understand. He's
Yeah.
like, "What are you guys doing?" I'm like, "It's just a podcast." And he's like, "Oh, I don't know." He's probably not even gonna listen to it. Nothing. No.
What's his address?
Just trying to dox me.
Dang. Yeah, okay, so you were going through reels.
Yeah, I was going through real. Sorry, I just have to put this out just so people actually know that.
Hell yeah.
Put that on Torrie.
It has a liquor mark. Yeah, I just got it for free.
Is it is it
It's
a
a
bag?
do-rag.
I thought it was a do-rag. Is it a do-rag?
You can put it on your head if you want.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, it's just so, like, I'm like, why do I bring so
What
people
do you know
actually
what-
think that I'm?
What's
that
the
I'm part of
brown?
What's
LGBT?
the shapes on there?
Oh wow! Well, there you go. We're educating here. Well,
No. Let's Let's
We-
finish.
we-
Let's
so many
finish the story.
questions, so many
Let's finish the story.
questions.
How'd you find Thic and Thin? You're looking through reels.
I was looking through reels and then
Okay.
I found you guys, and then because I know Nikki,
Yeah.
so then I know that you're Nikki's husband, and I'm
Yeah.
like, and then I helped you before, like at where I work and all of that, and then I know him from getting drunk. So,
Yeah. And do you remember the reel that you came across?
I think it was you guys trying the pizzas from Tim Hortons.
Oh, it was a
That's-
recent one.
Oh yeah, it was very recent. And then because I entered my information for to win. What was it that you guys were giving away?
That
The
floaty.
floaty. He picked it up. Yeah, he picked it up this
Yeah.
week.
Yeah,
So
okay.
shout
I
out,
went to
Steven.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I went to university with Steven.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, such a nice guy. I
Yeah.
really like that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, and that's how then I found you on Spotify. That's where I listen most of the podcast. So.
Heck yeah. Well, we appreciate that. And that's, this is a lesson to all you guys out there. If you play your cards right, and maybe we're trying to improve our reputation on the internet, you could win yourself a way onto this podcast.
There's a long waiting list though, so you might want to sign up now.
Can you tell them where they
Just-
can sign up? The email address.
I forgot what was it.
Q
What
dot?
was the-
Q
yeah,
dot.
Q dot. Yeah, sign up at the Q dot.
No, no, actually, just DM us. We'll
Yeah,
probably
it's
get you on.
easier. What? I forgot our email address. Is it
I don't know, man.
through thick and thin podcast at
Yeah.
gmail.com?
Yeah, send
Or
it
was
to
it
that.
thick and thin podcast at gmail.com?
Both of them work, and someone's gonna get the message.
Somebody randomly in
Yeah.
the Middle East is gonna
Yeah.
be replying to you guys.
You can come in now.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you had messaged us at first. And I
Yeah.
looked at Torrie, and I think we were talking the thing, and we're like, "Is this gonna go okay? Like, where's he at with this? Like, is this? I think this would be good. Like, this
Mhm.
could be kind of
Oh no, I'm so
fun."
pumped.
And then the last one came out, which we should address that too. And you had messaged again, and you're like, "Hey, I need to get on there and give my opinion on this."
Mm-hmm.
You don't know this yet. What he's gonna give his opinion on? Do you? Did I tell you?
Something about the cars, right? The
Is it the
Miata?
Miata? Yeah.
Yeah.
You knew? Did I tell you that
I
already?
think you texted me. You're like, Kevin's going to talk about the Miata. and
Oh,
how it's,
dang.
How it's gay.
I thought it was a surprise.
Is it gay?
Well, I mean, it depends.
You
would
should
say-
preface it. You should preface. What are we talking about?
The car, the Miata?
Yeah,
The
but
Mazda
they-
Miata?
if they
I'm a
haven't
fan.
listened to the
Well, you guys were having an argument about Miatas being gay or riding a motorcycle.
yeah, okay. I think I want to make it very clear that I think if you buy a Mazda Miata because you like it as a sports car, it's gay. And Torrie thinks, what do you think?
I just think it's a really good car. Like it's cheap, it's efficient. it's handles well on the track.
Of course.
You can load like groceries in the back, and it's like 20 grand, 25 grand
Yeah, that's what
entry level.
makes a good sports car.
But it's not a sports car. It's a Grand Tourer. You just drop the top down and you go for a ride.
All right.
Yeah.
And then what's your take on motorcycles?
I think motorcycles are pretty gay.
Here we go.
Yeah,
Kevin,
You
solve
see,
it.
I was actually chatting with a friend, and the way that people ride motorcycles is kind of gay because you have to arch your back a little bit too. And if you don't arch your back, you like dress up like a butch lesbian. So, and I only see butch lesbians driving motorcycles. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you know how many times I've been stopped because of this little tail back here?
I haven't really seen a hot chick drive a motorcycle either.
Yeah, like
That's a good
legit,
point.
like
Okay,
a butch lesbian.
this story's gonna sound terrible, and you guys might not. I'm scared you guys are gonna laugh at this. I'm gonna tell this story. So I was at this wedding party thing in someone's backyard, and I drove my motorcycle there, and there was this guy there of the groom, his father who lived from like way up north. They showed up there, and I guess they all drive motorcycles. So they looked outside, and eventually someone said, "Whose motorcycle is that?" And then someone else said, "That's Pelle's motorcycle," and he's just like. Oh, he's kind of talking about it, and he's asked me some questions. And as he's asking me, he's like, "What's the engine size?" This dude stuff, and I'm like telling him. He's like, "Oh," he's kind of chirping it as we're going, and then all of a sudden, he's like, "Yeah, my wife drives a bigger motorcycle than that," and I was like, "Okay, game on," and I responded to him with. Yeah, she looks like she needs a bigger motorcycle than that. Because I was just done. I was like, this guy's just chirp. We did not know each other at all. And he just looked at me, and everybody was quiet. And I'm like, well, and his wife was there.
No good.
And I was like, but I'm like, this guy is just going, just keeps chirping. I'm like, okay, I'm done. And I'm like,
Was he a Harley guy?
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Checks out.
Yeah. See, that's the big thing, too, is the Harley guys are a different breed.
Oh no! If they cannot every single time that I see them driving, it's like, dude, that thing is like 5 times. Just may as well just get a fucking car. Those things are massive. Leave it to the lesbians.
Okay, but listen to me. Hear me out here. I also am weighing the consequences of my opinion on this one. Because if a gang of Miata owners come for me, they're literally coming for me. If a gang of motorcycle riders come for you guys,
They're beating the shit out of you.
yeah, you guys are dying. So, I mean...
Yeah, because they're all butch lesbians.
Yeah. I'd rather fight some Miata drivers. You know what I'm saying?
A pack of lesbians.
Dude, they've been through some shit.
Yeah.
Who's got it tougher? Lesbians or gay men?
That's a good question.
Shit.
That's a good question.
I would say, well, I mean, it depends. Who gets beaten to death in the streets?
Oh,
Probably gay guys.
jeez.
No, I would say it's like, depend who you ask. Because if you go to LA, everybody's going to say, oh, no, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it depends who you ask.
Who wins in a fight?
Oh, the lesbians.
yeah,
for sure.
they're winning.
Lesbians for sure.
No offense.
That's why it's the L at the front.
Yeah, and they're all like
the L's at the front.
damn. And they all play sports too, right? Like they all play
They all play
softball,
sports,
basketball.
They all own cats. They all marry their girlfriends 2 weeks after meeting each other.
Is that a thing? Is that
Oh, dude, God, it's like you go to every comedian. I follow this one comedian, and she was asking this group of lesbians. She's like, "Oh, you have a cat, right?" She's like, "Yeah, I have 3." He's like, "How long have you guys known together?" He's like, 3 weeks, and they live together. And that's their thing. It's like as soon as they meet, it's like, "Oh yeah, we need to marry." It's like people in Winkler, like after dating, going out on 2 dates, they get married.
That's what Pelle did.
Hell yeah, dude.
He's a lesbian.
She didn't even say yes, dude. I just said it.
You got a cat, right? Yeah.
That's wild. So and what about like gay men? Are they that quick? Like how, or is it like the opposite?
No, honestly, like gay men. What if their relationship is not open? Then they just won't get together. I think everybody just wants to fuck everybody. Men are just promiscuous. Yeah, that's the thing.
That's wild.
Yeah, and honestly, what qualifies to be gay nowadays is like if you cannot put a fist up your ass, then you're not gay. That's literally basically what it is. And I'm like, because I'm one of those like very like I don't want to say low key because I'm gonna sound like, oh, I'm so masculine. I'm not. I know that I'm very feminine, but At home, all I do is just chill, watch anime, like play video games and all of that. I'm not out raving, doing drugs, like having 5 dicks at once.
Yeah.
So if
Hang
I
on.
tell,
Tor, wait a second.
What?
What do you?
What am I
usually
doing
do?
on the weekends?
Yeah.
No, not that.
No. What?
not-
Okay, Kevin. What do you say you normally do?
raving,
No. That's stuff you normally do. You say you don't normally rave. What were the things you normally do? You stay at home and you.
stay at home, play video games,
Okay.
watch anime.
Shit.
So you might be gay, Tori.
And what does your roommate do?
Oh, he's your husband now. How long have you guys been together?
That's common law, baby.
That's common law.
He owns half your
You're
shit.
gonna have to give me
dude.
that flag at the end of this podcast. I gotta go put that in my window.
And you've got the 5 dicks down. You're beaten.
And he's
Kevin.
driving a Miata, so
Well,
already there.
do I get like a card or something? Or
I think so.
Yeah, okay.
Just like a
Alright.
dildo out of the.
oh, perfect. You just have a bunch of them.
Tentacle shape.
Yeah. Just when someone converts, it's like everybody has to have one. It's like a reward.
It's
Here's
a
another
tentacle
dildo.
shaped dildo. That's what it is.
Perfect.
Okay, we should, tell us the flag thing. What was the question?
What was the question? I thought I was gonna come here. I was just gonna answer a bunch of questions from you guys. So.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure I've got questions. I don't worry.
Okay.
I wanted to ease into it because I didn't want to scare you.
Oh no, it's all good. I seen you drunk.
The circle. What is that?
Okay, so the yellow and the circle here means for intersex people.
And intersex people are
People that have both like female and male genitalia.
like a dick and a vagina.
Yeah, well, it depends because you
Or
can
two
have
dicks.
no, you can have a full on dick,
Mhm.
but you can have ovaries inside.
Really?
Yeah, no, it's crazy. There was a story of this one dude. He went through his whole entire life with like chronic pain in his stomach, and they had no idea what happened. Then he married a woman, and all of they couldn't have kids either.
Mm-hmm.
And he finally went to a specialist, and they did an ultrasound and all of that, and they thought that there were tumors, and there were tumors. No, he had like 2 ovaries. So what the pain that he was feeling is his period.
Oh, that guy
So
got
that
wings,
dude,
eh?
no, that turned his life around. That guy was like, it was fucked, and he's
Yeah.
like, no, he's like, I know that I'm a man, like I've grown as a man and all of that, but like having that, like, what does that even say, right? So I think the guy got it
Whoa.
removed. I have no idea, but yeah,
Okay.
like intersex people. There are some intersex people that have like their male genitalia, but like right underneath the, you know how like us guys have like a line right like in the between your nutsack. Yeah, some of them don't have it necessarily fully closed, still open, so it's almost like a vagina too. It's crazy.
Dude.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
but
do,
no,
I'm
but
gonna
those-
do some
the-
googling.
Dude, I gotta hang on.
So that's these
Yeah.
people here. Yeah. Then the white, pink, and blue is transgender people.
They get all 3?
The 3 colors.
Yeah.
That's a part of the flag because every single.
Because blue for boy, pink for girl.
I honestly have no idea. I'm sorry. Now we need a trans
Dang.
person in here.
They're gonna take.
They're gonna take my cake card away.
No, they're gonna take your dildos away. We'll be taking these back. Thank you.
Assuming that it's multiple ones. No, it's just that every single like gays have their own flag, lesbians have their own flag, and the bears have their own flags too.
And
But yeah, trans people also have their flags, so it's included in here just because they are the most targeted and like it's the higher suicide rate on trans people. But then the brown and the black one is for queer people of color, and then the normal red flag.
Okay.
rainbow flag.
Dang.
Yeah, they keep on adding letters, which to a lot of people that's very annoying, and I can see that. But they're just trying to be inclusive. That's it.
Dang, they're gonna have a. You do have a theory about the alphabet.
The alphabet mafia.
Yeah.
What about it?
I don't think it matters the alphabet because we all speak English.
So maybe
anyways.
we're gonna switch over if they add.
Yeah. Well, if
more
they add enough
letters,
letters, we can
we'll
just,
just
use
get a
their
new
library
alphabet.
or their alphabet.
The S especially, like eventually it's gonna show up there. It's straight.
The S, yeah.
You think?
We kind of got our hopes up first.
Yeah, I did. I'm like, nice.
Fucking shit.
They
dude.
wanted to be inclusive.
Yeah.
What the hell?
They got a W and an M. White male on there. Fuck, we need our own flag. Could you? We should in the background, dude. How funny
You
would
guys,
it have been?
funny enough, you guys do, because like there is like these people that like
Those
want to
nut
go
jobs out
against.
there.
Yeah, they want to go against LGBT and all of that. And they have like the straight pride, and the it's funny because their flag looks like the Pornhub symbol is so funny. It's orange and black, and it's something in there. It's so stupid.
You know what it would have been? It would have made this podcast though, and I just thought about it now. If we would have had a Confederate flag up behind us on the wall,
I would have ran away.
People would have been so confused. They're like, "Wait,
What is
what's
going on?"
happening here?" Fucking, we would have got views.
For sure.
No, I don't think so. It really
Definitely
don't.
thrown on Fox
No,
News.
yeah,
For sure.
for sure.
Yeah. That's
So is this like a balaclava or what? Oh, it's a you can wear.
It's
it
almost
on-
like a tube. Yeah, like you
Yeah.
can wear like in your like on your around your neck.
It's a pillowcase.
Or that too. Yeah, you can wear it as a bandana.
Cool.
Yeah, yeah, man.
that's sweet.
I have it in my car, but
You think they'll redesign the flag when they keep adding letters? and
probably.
stuff?
I like it how the liquor mart still put their stamp
Yeah,
on it.
like-
Is that part of the flag normally?
Nope. But give them free publicity. Yeah, God damn it.
That's for alcoholics. Get at it.
That's for alcoholics,
Yeah.
yes, and drug abuse.
That would be-
Add 'em to the flag.
Oh no, dude, the flag has changed so much though. Like the beginning, it was just a rainbow, and then after that, they added this one, then that one, and then that one recently. Yeah.
Okay, one question I have a pet peeve, and I've shared it with Tori before.
Why?
I go to Shoppers Drug Mart, and they have a flag in the front. They have just a little one. And said everyone's welcome here, whatever. I see that. And I was telling Tori the one day, I'm like, when the hell were people like, did anybody care in Shoppers Drug Mart specifically that they're like, we got to put this here?
Honestly, most of this stuff they only do it on like for June. That's it.
This was like December. Like this was like middle of
Oh,
winter.
that's insane,
And I was just thinking in my head, I'm like, I've never gone in there and thought to myself, like when I seen another person, I was like, never like, oh, I wonder if they're like into guys or girls. I just thought, I'm just getting
That's-
fucking pink eye.
It should have like a straight white man.
Probably.
Fuck off. You're trying to throw me under the bus.
Yeah.
Walking in with your gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, these things.
Probably said something racist on your way in.
Drove my motorcycle.
Yeah, yeah. You guys accept lesbians in here?
It's the only place I'm fucking getting eye ointment. Q-Doc sent me.
This pink eye's flaring up.
God.
Yeah.
Oh man. But yeah, no, that's pretty much it with the story of the flags.
Cool.
Dang.
Any other questions?
I got some questions.
Sure.
What are icks for gay men? Like when you're on the market and you're looking for a partner, what's something that you're like?
Can you give us some examples, Tor?
No, sorry, man.
No, not for gay men. I just mean in general.
Oh,
Like, what's a
what gives you the
what
ick?
gives me gay icks?
or what is an ick that no fucking Jesus. Like I think like walking barefoot on
on dirty
gravel.
Yeah, that's grosses me out,
Dudes
yeah.
walking
But I
barefoot
feel like
on
that
gravel.
grosses out anybody.
No, just the way they walk.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like
oh
the
yeah.
water
Like
trying to
like
get
trying
to
to
the
run down a
chair.
hill.
Yeah, trying to run down a hill.
Like you look like a bitch running down a hill.
Yeah.
like
I'm just trying not to
like,
trip, man.
like chasing a bouncy ball,
Okay.
Or ping pong ball.
ping pong ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eating at a I think you said one day eating at a picnic table.
Yeah.
Like where you have the plate,
that's
or
just
at
that,
a
but
on a
that just
picnic
gives
chair.
me myself icks.
Okay, yeah, but they're
Yeah.
examples.
Like partners, like if a chick is smoking cigarettes,
Yeah,
I find that.
you kind of like
unattractive.
that. Oh.
Well, you like the raspy boys, right?
Yeah.
I'll say that.
This guy is a lesbian. Oh, we know that.
He is a
Yeah.
straight up lesbian.
Dude.
You're just one dick away from being a lesbian. Just chop it off.
I'm trying to compliment everybody. See, what's the thing about Freud? About you like grow up and you like love your
End up
mom
wanting to have sex with your parents.
with your mom,
Yeah,
right?
with your mom. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm surprised.
Okay,
One, you're
sorry,
not
what?
into smoking.
Sigmund Freud, like the psychologist, he had like a theory that like grown men.
Oh,
wanna,
yeah.
They grow up because they just want to
It's-
like hate their fathers and want to fuck their moms.
It's the same thing with men too. Like men look for like some sort of like maternal figure. That's why a lot of like those like red pill men, they're just all that they want is just a woman that stays in the house, cleans and cooks for them and all of that.
Hell
Basically
yeah.
a babysitter.
What's
So-
up, dude, guys?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Sure. So yeah, now back to the ick.
Oh yeah, the ick thing.
What are like some things that like a gay man would do, and you're like, I can't.
Well, it depends because I'm very particular with the kind of guys that I like.
Just in
Just-
general.
Like, what's
In
an ick?
general, and this is not me, but a lot of gay men are looking for like very masculine, kind of like punch a hole in the wall kind of man, right? So if they're like overly feminine, a lot of people don't like that.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't necessarily care.
Yeah.
But like some people are like, oh no, I'm just looking for a man. So yeah, pretty much that. That's one of the biggest things.
Is it what now? Is it you guys? I feel like you guys have turned against me over here. Like,
I haven't done anything to you, man.
Say something.
Is it because it'd be more rare, like in the gay community, that like you wouldn't see that as
Dude,
common?
No, not really, because you see a lot of like men just like pretend like on their dating apps they have like mask for mask, like masculine for masculine.
Okay.
And like, dude, you're gonna go ahead and suck a dick. That's not very masculine of you. Like you're gonna go ahead and go on all fours. That's not very
what
masculine.
is that? What is mask for mask? Like what does that mean?
Like
specifically?
masculine looking for masculine.
Okay.
Yeah. So they have, dude, the things that I have found, like when I was like single and I was like, and I was on the apps, there was this one guy that he literally said on there, he's like, no fats, no femmes, no rice, spice, or curry.
Whoa.
Oh, I'm down for the curry.
Straight out for it. And I'm like, what does that even mean?
Let's talk
So
about
rice
food, right?
Asian.
Okay. Oh no!
Yeah. He meant
Rice-
ethnicities.
Yeah, rice Asian. Spice is like Hispanics.
Yeah.
And curry is Middle Eastern.
No, and I just said, fucking, I don't like curry, but now that I know the context,
You now.
So
what?
you're saying that you don't like Indian?
Yeah,
people.
what?
That's what you're saying. I'm
well,
afraid of
I'm
being
sure there's a
called
lot of
slur.
great ones out there.
You just got prescribed by one.
Hell yeah,
You saved your life.
he was my boy,
You
dude.
saved your
Be
vision.
thankful.
The guy was that was my butter chicken baby.
Put that in your bio.
But that is,
Yeah. Looking for your butter chicken baby.
and dude, and that is so hard to navigate
Yeah.
too, because
Yeah.
there are some of them that just say it's like, oh, I'm super into Latin men or I'm super into like Indian men, but whenever you meet those people, most of the time they're like those freaks that like have like a fetish for them, right?
Holy smoke! So it's
Yeah.
like ruthless. Like
Oh.
imagine what would be Tori,
Right.
what would be the equivalent on a dating app if you were to put like that similar sort of thing?
Oh, you're a bear for sure.
Yeah, I kind of
Yeah.
figured.
Yeah, and
Uh,
there is like a big
So there's like subcategories in the community.
so many animals.
Okay.
We
Damn.
don't fuck animals, but
No.
there's so many animals.
Dang.
But there is a big like community for bears.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
so you are very. It's either you're really
Am I a hot
hated
commodity in the
or
community?
you're really hot. Either or. There's no in between.
Hell yeah! Where's Tori on there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guys that like bears are there's like chasers. That's what they call
Chasers.
chasers.
Got a runner.
Fucking, well,
I'm not very fast.
Yeah, I was
so
gonna say.
that's-
Fucking
And they love that.
Oh shit!
Probably running behind you with a boner on you. Exactly.
Do I have to be on all fours if I'm a bear?
when you start running,
You'll turn them even more.
this
so.
this omnidirectional floor is taking a turn.
Oh shit!
The
Okay.
Cowboy shit has another.
What would Pelle be?
Oh god.
He will just be one of those muscle hunks.
Okay.
That's all it would be. And you know what? You would be like the epitome of like mask for mask kind of dude, because they're normally like jacked up to shit,
Oh, yeah.
like very like nice, clean white dudes. So
Oh,
yeah.
shoot.
normally we'll wear tighter jeans than yours, but
I can get them tighter.
You could, yeah.
Do the mask for mask guys look for bears?
some of them do.
Hell yeah.
Masculine bears.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
Was dude, you better get hustling.
We gotta change the podcast name. Mask Bears.
You better get running, Tor.
Through Mask and Bear.
through the hunk and the bear. That's what it's gonna be.
Into the woods, episode 1.
There you. That's the name of the podcast right there.
That's wild. What? Okay, but that seems wild. Like if you put in your bio, like on
I guess
on
it would be kind of like for straight men, like different fetishes. Like there's feet, there's like MILF, there's GILF, there's like
What's
teen,
Gil?
there's like
What is Gil? And
Grandma
just
like to fuck.
yeah,
grandma?
yeah,
Grandma?
yeah,
That's a thing?
yeah.
Dude, Come on.
There's
Mature,
what
sorry.
did you say? Teen in there
Yeah,
too?
teen. Like they're not teens. They
Easy.
look fucking like teens.
Um,
You ever go on
I'm turning
Pornhub? You ever go on
against-
fucking Pornhub? No.
I'm
You were married out of high school, you sick fuck.
I'm turning against.
I was just gonna say, no, I have the
No,
police
there's
on dial right now.
what else is there? So I guess it would be like subcategories in that.
Oh,
version
yeah,
as well.
and preferences are fine. Like,
Yeah.
I'm definitely know that I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but like to completely put a whole entire race aside, that's
wild.
more to it.
That's what I'm thinking. It seems like it's way more like you couldn't put on Tinder for you if you were looking for a girl.
No, you couldn't.
You couldn't put like no blacks in there. Like
Some
that
people
w-
do.
Like, but for hit like on a
For, like, if
guy.
Some
like-
straight guys do.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
It's
I
with-
could say,
oh,
yeah,
yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
Especially those ones that they think that they're like the high value men.
They'll
God.
put that in there.
One-
Like
100%.
those Tate dudes.
No.
Have
Yeah,
you seen?
yeah,
Oh,
those,
dude,
like-
on Hinge,
Yeah.
whenever like because they can put audios in there.
Yeah.
You should find like on TikTok. Sometimes there's these girls like listening to like guys' audios, and they say the most outlandish things. It's ridiculous.
It's on both sides, probably.
yeah.
No way.
And you look at the profile picture, and it looks like they can be on like Catch a Predator.
So there, but then in my head, I'm thinking in my head, okay, this person is clearly, and obviously those apps are not like dating apps a lot of times.
More for hookups.
But my brain is like this dude or this girl clearly does not want to date. Because if you were to date someone, you kind of, I mean, you have your preferences, but you're like, hey,
You
like
have to be open to
this person, they seem like a really good
Yeah.
person and we click really well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like to just say like this whole chunk of people.
Oh yeah, and it's not only that. It's just like it's the body dysmorphia on the gay dating apps is
Yeah.
huge. Like if I put a
Same
picture
with
of
the gym
me on
community.
there, like I'm like obese, like I'm like 300-400.
They're
pounds.
ruthless.
They do not give a fuck. Yeah, and it's because it's so quick though. Like when I was in there, it took like 2 messages, and I was already hooking up that person. Men are so fucking easy. It's crazy. And there have been multiple times where I could have easily gotten killed.
Really?
Oh yeah. Easily.
Do you now? Serious
Are
question.
you
do you
okay with
think
this? Before I even like,
I
never. I
used to
just
vape.
oh,
No,
you're good?
It's fine.
You're
No,
good?
it's all
Okay.
good.
it's
I just-
meth?
Are you okay just putting up a lighter and a spoon?
He's gonna check out for a little bit. Just ignore him. He'll be back with us.
So
in a
that's what you
second.
guys do on the break. Okay.
Yeah. My question is like because I mean there's some sensitivity around it and like you said, some people there's abuse and all that stuff
Oh, yeah.
within it. Is there like will people push the boundary because they know someone won't question? It's like if you question me, then you're pushing
Yeah.
back on who I am.
Yeah.
So they'll push that boundary.
Oh, they use that as an excuse for sure. Like a lot of them will say, he's like, oh, but that's just my preference. That's just. And I'm like, no, I don't think so.
Scary.
You
They're
need
just
to
kinda
get
being
out
a
more.
dirtbag
You're
as a
just
human.
being a douchebag.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dang. That seems way.
Have you used Grinder?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Multiple times.
Is it good? Would you say it's good?
It's good for what though? To find a partner?
Yeah.
No.
No.
To
okay.
find to get like
Just it's like Tinder then, just to hook up and fuck.
completely different than Tinder. No, dude. Like this is a conversation that me and like multiple men have had.
Yeah.
Like just like, hey, you looking? It's like, yeah. You got a picture? Dick picture right away. It's like, do you host? It's like, yeah. Okay. Can I get the address? Sure.
5 messages, you're in.
That's it.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Light work. Hey.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
Now this is probably incredibly insulting, but if you had like bad self-esteem, like just even as a straight guy, just to go pick up a
Dude,
little bit of
I have-
esteem.
The amount of friends that I've had that are like straight
Yeah.
and gone on Grindr just because they can get like so many people. It's like, oh yeah, show me your dick. Oh, you look so hot. Blah blah blah. Just because they're like quote unquote straight.
And then they're like get boosted up a little bit. And
Oh
then they
yeah,
can go
and then
back
when it's
into-
time to like like meet up, he's
Yeah.
like, oh sorry, no, I can't, and then they leave.
You're like hacking in a
Yeah.
video game.
yeah, it's kind of.
cheating.
How do you ever get anywhere though? Like, let's say
you-
you actually do want to date somebody. How do you ever
Yeah.
get anywhere?
Well,
Like
you get out of the Grinder for sure,
Yeah.
and then you go somewhere else. Like I was on Tinder too, and I was like, that was much better.
oh yeah,
Because you can actually like hold a conversation with people and
Okay.
like get to know them and all of that. I didn't meet my partner on Tinder. I met them at Rocks, believe it or not.
okay.
But yeah.
Dang. Would you say, okay, from your perspective, hearing this, what would you say would be like more difficult to find a partner, Tinder or Grindr, just from what you're hearing? And I'm not saying like if you're into dudes or chicks.
Difficult?
Yeah.
I would say Tinder then, because what he just told me, 5 messages.
No, like someone to date.
No,
I mean,
like somebody to
date.
like
oh, to
to be
date?
your
Oh, yeah.
partner.
So, but sounds like Grindr's just a hookup fest.
Oh,
But
yeah.
like, I mean, in general, for a straight dude versus a gay dude, what do you think would be tougher to get in a relationship with?
Well, if
Because
you're
it sounds like that's more complex. Like,
but
would you
if
say?
you're a straight dude, you're not looking to
I'm
find
not
a partner
looking
on
to find-
Grindr.
Okay. Let me. I
What do you
mean,
mean?
in terms of complexity, like you're not gonna go to a chick's house and maybe get murdered, right?
I might.
Very much so.
Yeah, maybe.
Could
Yeah.
be.
Maybe.
Only if she's
I'm
into it.
asking this as oh my
Only if
God.
she's into it. Don't like.
I'll get
Don't
murdered.
judge.
I'll get murdered.
Yeah.
But
Depends how desperate I am.
no, I'm asking which one do you feel is more complex?
From what he told me,
Yeah.
I would feel like Tinder is a little more complex.
Like for gay guys or straight guys? That's what I'm asking.
It's more complex for straight guys, I would say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
so confused with
Well,
this question.
he brought in a really good point though, because like, if you're desperate enough, you don't care. Like I
Yeah.
was talking to this one Mexican dude on Grindr this one time.
Yeah.
Look at me
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, dude.
I was talking to this one Mexican dude on Grindr once, and like, yeah, we exchanged pictures and all of that. And he's like, oh yeah, he's like, I cannot host, but I can host at my friend's house, at my friend's apartment. I'm like, do you have access to that? And he's like, yeah, I do. And I'm like, okay. A message later, he's like, do you care if he joins? I'm like, oh fuck, a threesome. I've never had a threesome. Sure, why not? Go over there, and the guy's not there. It's only this random dude that I've never seen. 6'7", skinny Mexican man, and I dude.
That was Seth.
Adam. I think that was his
Okay.
name.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
No. And Shadow. Hopefully he's not seeing this.
I'm fucking with him.
But anyway, then
We out some. Never thought of that.
oops, no, it's not Adam. I'm sorry. No. Let's go with Chris.
Yeah.
No, just kidding. But then I go there.
Fuck you, Adam.
No, the Mexican dude is not there. And I'm just like, okay, so what the fuck am I doing here? I'm like, this is kind of sketchy,
Yeah.
right? So he's like, oh, no, yeah, you can come in. It's fine. I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. I just want to get a nod off. And then the Mexican dude calls the other dude. And then he's like, oh, yeah, I'll be there in a little bit. I'm just like riding my motorcycle. And
Nice.
and then he finally gets on the phone. He tells Adam, and he's like, hey, have you shown him yet? I'm like, he's going to show me like a freezer full of dead bodies. For what? And I'm like, this is it. This is it. And then he's like, no, I haven't. He's like, I don't want to scare him away. Dude, this is the
Oh my
sketchiest moment. And then all of a sudden he's like, okay, no, you should just show. He's like, okay, fine. Takes his pants off. Just the biggest dick that I've ever seen. Probably like around 11, 12 inches.
12, like a foot?
Yeah, almost like a foot long dick.
That's. I mean,
And
that's
and I'm like,
impressive.
I mean, that's
Okay.
average, isn't
Yeah.
it? Right?
Yeah. For motorcycle guys. For Harley riders. Yeah.
I don't ride a Harley. So.
Exactly. Walked into that one.
well, like
done.
sat into that
Yeah.
one.
No, we're good. So big dick.
Sure,
Yeah.
yeah, big dick. And I was like, okay, fine. So it's not like, somebody trying to kill me here. So then,
I mean, it would have killed you probably.
yeah, that was getting nowhere near close to me.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck he wanted me to do with that. And I'm like,
I want to
hey,
see
that-
something cool.
Dude, and I was like, no. And then like at one point in the middle, he's like, oh yeah, like is anybody getting fucked? And I'm like, dude, I'm gay, but I'm not that gay. So I'm like, I'm not into that.
It goes by inches.
Yes, like from 7 and up, you're like
Real gay.
really gay, like shooting rainbows out of your ass. That's what it is.
Oh.
So no,
Oh, fuck, I bet you would be. Oh, fuck.
yeah, no, but then I go home and I'm like, I could have gotten killed, and nobody would have known because
That's
I
wild.
that was my first time that I did that, but I was supposed to be at a party, and it was my friend's house party. And then when I went back to the party, because I told him that I was leaving to go and buy booze, never came back. And then my friend was already on the phone with like police and hospitals. She's like, Kevin, what the fuck were you? And I'm like, fucking a dude.
So let me share something.
Yeah, she was just like, of course she was.
Yeah.
concern, and it's
Yeah.
just like, yeah, no, like I thought that maybe you like somebody kidnapped you, or you would have died, and I'm like, I could have.
Dang.
Nobody would have known where I was.
Would you say you were desperate in that
Oh,
point of your life?
100%
Yeah,
desperate.
yeah.
Because I was just freshly out, right?
Yeah.
So I was, wanting to get as many dicks as I could.
That's one of the straightest things you've said, though.
Yeah, man.
Hell
Because like when I'm desperate, I'll stick my hand in a blender, dude, trying to just cop something,
Just get
trying to
hard.
feel something. So, yeah, no.
I want to clarify my question from earlier. I'm basically saying, like the reputation about like girls on dating apps. Like there's like the high percentage of girls like in looking for guys are going to look for the top percentage of guys. So
Yes.
the rest kind of get forgotten about, right?
Yes.
That's the reputation there. So it makes it really difficult for the guys' side.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying that's the complexity there.
Oh, like
And
like,
then for guys,
like, do you think
on
ugly
Tinder-
guys on Grindr are not getting action?
Yeah, possibly. Like, would it be a more even playing ground? I'm not asking both
For
of you.
ugly people.
For whoever. Like, would it just be a more even playing
In
ground?
Pelle's side, we're ugly. That's what he's trying to say.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
my
was wondering if
goodness.
it's really difficult for us.
You bigot.
You for being
I don't want to
it's
play
you for-
anymore.
You for being fat and me for being brown.
Yeah.
You guys probably have it difficult. don't you?
Dude, I'm the minority now.
Yeah. Yeah, feels pretty
I
shitty,
feel
doesn't
so
it?
bad for you,
Yeah.
Pelle.
I need a flag, guys.
You need a flag, yeah. Here. For your
There you go, Pelle.
motorcycle.
Dude, it's got
Feel included.
Dude, it's got your team logo on it.
Yeah.
Shit. Well, that's my question.
No,
Fuck
yeah,
it.
I know what you mean, but honestly, you would think that like women are less pickier than men nowadays. Back then, like when I'm talking like I'm like 70 years old, but when I was single, because I was looking for both girls and guys.
Okay.
Because I'm into both. So when like it was like I had more chance with women to like build a relationship. With men, it was just only like I just want to fuck. That's
So
it.
I could have just skipped Torrie
men are
this whole time,
animalistic.
asking Torrie this question. I could have just went straight to you. Fucking, you're useless.
Well, yeah, I kind of am. So, yeah.
Dang, I didn't. What's your excuse then, dude?
No, honestly, don't worry.
No
'cause it's like,
motivation?
if you're into both, it's like double the disappointment.
Double.
Oh,
Gosh.
shit.
Yeah, with
Damn.
men, all they want they fuck. It's like, and with women, if they find out that you fucked a dude, they don't want to have anything with you. Most of them. I don't want to say all of them.
Yeah. So you're fighting an uphill battle in two
Yeah.
directions. Dang.
Yes, sir.
Dang. What's in like terms of stereotypes? Like is there any things like he was asking about icks? Is there any things in the community that you're like, I wish this wasn't part of the community? Like in terms of like maybe stereotypical or
12-foot dicks.
12
Or 12-inch
I,
sticks?
yeah, like thinking that gay people can fit a whole furniture up their ass.
Yeah.
Like at this point,
Like, are we
like,
talking IKEA?
well, I mean, you have to build it yourself. No, they want to build. They want to build. That's what they call the lesbians. So they want to build and then they shove it up their ass. Yeah.
We gotta make something.
Dude, this video is gonna get flagged. So
No, we got the flag.
Yeah,
We
dude.
got the flag. It is not getting flagged.
And tell us what kind of media company we are, Tor.
We're a small Canadian media company supporting Pride Month.
well, there you go.
We're back in, baby. That's gonna be the logo.
We're back in business, baby.
I need to check what time that is.
Yeah, 8:30.
That's funny.
So when June rolls around,
Mm-hmm.
June 1st, are you like up in joy because it's Pride Month, or like what's the vibe in the
Yeah,
community?
I grow like a rainbow mall.
Yeah.
On my ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, the full
Yeah.
moon. It's time to go out.
I knew it. I knew it.
Does
I-
it make any difference? Like,
to you?
yeah.
No, not really. Like that's when you start noticing a lot more like the brands. just
How do you
going
feel
in.
about the like brands just completely switching for a month?
Crack of shit?
Yeah.
Crack of shit. Because it's like as soon as like July 1st comes in, it's like American flags everywhere.
Yeah.
America.
Yeah.
Ready
And
for
it's
4th of
just
July.
flips
Shit.
over.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So I feel like it's a crack. Sure, the exposure is good, but when you start noticing that like maybe
It's for
like,
profit.
it's for profit,
Yeah.
that's a whole lot of bullshit. Yeah.
And like how you can have companies in North America represented Pride,
Oh yeah,
But
and then like
in the
behind
Saudi companies that are the same company,
Yeah.
they don't do anything because
behind closed doors, they're
Yeah.
like funding a lot of like legislation for anti-LGBT everything, but they have a
Yeah.
rainbow flag on their profile picture, so
Yeah.
that must be good. And I'm like, no, a lot of them they need to do their research and what they're actually doing behind closed doors, and then call them out on it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dang.
I read like don't have anything then.
Yeah.
Like, just be big.
be neutral.
Yeah. Oh no, just be homophobic.
Okay.
Like, be who you are. Like I'd rather have that than being a piece of shit.
Yeah, fake. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's why this podcast does so well, because people know who we really are, right?
I don't think they do.
No,
I
they
really
know
don't.
you. They know you. I got 10 questions. You have 30 seconds or less to answer each one.
That was brutal, dude. That was brutal.
That one, he put you on the spot there.
That was
He
great.
did.
The whole
and,
entire
like-
time I was dying laughing. Just like, okay, 10 seconds or less, give me your answer right now. And I'm like, just digging a hole.
This is
for it.
impressive.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
When I was typing them out, I was like thinking of like the next question based on what I was predicting Tori's answer would be. I'm like, this is gonna be good. I'm like, if he goes this direction, it was like choose your own adventure, and I was choosing Tori's, and he was like selecting. I'm like, hell yeah.
Yeah, you like also lined him up to sewer me.
Yeah.
Oh,
'Cause you
yeah.
knew, like,
regardless of what you were going to say,
Yeah.
it was
Oh
gonna be
yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang. Dang. It's good.
Setting you up for
No
failure.
one's sewering you though, you know?
Dude, this whole episode is
About fucking time,
Yeah.
though.
Dude, I'm the one in this episode. People tuned in. They heard it was going to be a gay episode, and they're like, fuck that guy. The guy on
They
the
already hate
side
him.
there,
Yeah.
fuck him.
You're already on the conservative side, so they're really going to hate you.
I should have gone like the fresh and fit way and just really doubled down into the
Fresh and fit. What is that?
have you
Oh, that really
it's
misogynist.
like it's like the Andrew Tate kind of style,
like
I've
red
no
pill kind of
yeah,
like
heavy
podcast.
red pill.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And they,
Fresh and fit?
You've never seen Fresh and
Nah.
Fit?
It's
Kevin, have you
like-
seen Fresh and Fit? Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Yeah,
it's
heavy,
like
dude.
this. What is his race? Like, is he Middle Eastern?
He's got to be, yeah.
Yeah, like Middle Eastern dude that like he thinks that he's a high profile man, and all that he does is just shit on women,
Yeah.
and just say that men are better.
And he'll all of a sudden, like, you'll think you're like, okay, this, I could kind of see where, and then he'll say it in the worst way possible.
The worst way that you can imagine.
It'll
I'm
be like, you know, it's awesome for a woman to raise kids, and then it'll just double down. There
Oh
we go.
Jesus!
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
I love how
I
you
get
just,
the vibe.
you just
I-
opened
yeah.
one little video
Yeah.
and you
Oh,
already
yeah.
got everything.
Oh yeah. Okay.
But that's the thing, like they thrive on attention though.
Well, that's why they're saying the shit they're
Oh,
saying. It's just to
100%.
get clicks.
And then
Yeah.
Homeboy has been single for the longest time. I'm
Oh,
like,
I
and
mean,
you're like what, almost 40, and you're still
Yeah.
single? Clearly, your like advice are
you know,
not
there's
working.
Some problem there. Yeah.
Okay, this actually leads me into a good question. How many dudes do you think are like you said, they'll, you know, they go on these apps and then all of a sudden they get out of them?
Oh,
Like, how
I thought
many-
you were gonna talk about like the people are in the closet.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Yeah. Do you think a lot of people?
Oh no, no,
are?
no! Like the ones that I was talking about, the ones that I was talking about is like straight men going into Grindr for attention, but then leaving.
So
I'm
they're not
talking
actually
about-
gay at all.
They're not actually
Okay,
gay.
okay.
No, like I thought you were like gonna ask about like closeted guys
I mean, like guys who like,
that go in there and fuck.
no,
men
they
so
don't.
nobody
Maybe they
knows.
don't go in the app, but they are gay. Like how? Like, is there a high percentage? Like, would you know?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Nice.
In modern, there's so many.
Nice.
Yeah, and a lot of them have wife and kids. A
Dang.
lot of them.
Do
Which
it-
it's really sad.
That is
Very
sad. Yeah.
I was obviously I'm not gonna say names,
Mhm.
but I was.
Well,
I
you
was-
said names earlier, so. I mean,
No, I was on the app and I was like,
What do you?
Why are you looking at me?
Because you're quiet.
I knew it. I knew this what this podcast was about.
They're
I knew
outing
it.
me now.
They're outing me. I knew it. Fucking knew it.
No,
Anyways, go ahead, man.
I was hooking up with this one dude once, like, young dude, and I saw him at Rocks, and then he told me, he's like, oh yeah, we should go out to, you should come out to my apartment and hang out, and he just wanted to get fucked. I'm like, okay, sure. So then we did our deed and whatever, and I started noticing around like, okay, you are like you have to be 18 years old, so you're not older than that.
Mhm.
Living in an apartment by yourself doesn't look like you make a lot of money, and I'm like, what's going on? Didn't pay attention to it. Did my thing, left. He messaged me again, and he's like, hey, you should come over, whatever, I'm in the mood. Went out, and then I started noticing the pictures around. There's a girl in there. I'm like,
Mm.
who is this?
Your little home wrecker.
No, he's like, oh, it's my wife.
Oh,
And I'm like, shit.
dang.
And I'm like, okay, very young dude. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, whatever. So then I was desperate. So
Yeah.
I did what I had to do, but then after that, I felt
yeah.
like shit.
Mhm.
I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna do this anymore. I'm like, so then I deleted his. As soon as I step out of the door, I deleted his contact info. And as I'm going down the stairs, his wife was going up. If I would have stayed there for like another minute, she would have found us.
God, I'd fucking.
And the
crawl
worst thing,
into a tiny hole.
and the worst thing, she was like at least 9 months pregnant, like about to give birth. I'm like, you're like, here's your wife barely getting up the stairs while you're getting railed by a random dude on the apps. It's crazy.
When
You
put it
can
like that, it's
you
kinda
can
like-
kind of understand it. You know?
Hell yeah, dude. No, I'm thinking like, I mean, one, it's kind of sad for
It is
him
sad.
that he feels,
No.
you know, like,
Oh yeah, but that's
And then-
that's his community though. Like around this area, like there's a lot of like.
yeah. And then two, I mean, it's kind of sad for her because she's a part of something that she doesn't know she's a part of.
She has no idea.
It's like she's like, you know, there's a certain sense of investment, a pretty large investment at that point, and you're like, oh, like I didn't know any of this was going on.
Yeah, and they have 2 kids now, and living life. And I'm like, hey, kudos to you, babe.
Dang.
If I could, I would just be like, room service. Hey, your husband is getting fucked by dudes on the down low.
You should send a postcard
Yeah, you know
with
what?
just
we
your
like,
cock.
We
Oh,
like
but it's
we
been
like to show
years.
people out on this podcast.
It's been like
Kind of- so if he wants to come on here, just
say your piece.
Yeah.
What's our email?
Tell your side of the story.
Don't worry, no one sees this anyways. So
I saw it.
You're fine. That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
That's true. He saw it.
No, but this was like years. I have no idea where that guy is.
Oh shoot!
Over 10 years ago.
Dang, that's
Yeah.
wild. Yeah, I guess for you that kind of sucks too. You're like, oh, like
No, yeah, it feels we felt
And then
shitty.
you feel
and
like
it's,
shit,
it's,
yeah.
it's a lot. Like I found a lot of dudes like that. Probably some people that you guys even know.
oh, don't do that to us.
Yeah.
Oh,
man.
100%.
Don't
Like
just
no,
leave
I'm
us on
gonna
a
get you to like
cliffhanger.
every single guy that you see here. He's like,
Yeah.
I wonder if
Yeah.
I fucked him. That's what you're gonna think now. So.
Well, start making my list.
Have you fucked?
I don't out people.
Okay,
man.
yeah, that's fair.
I didn't say no.
Yeah,
But
yeah, mind your
I
own
knew there
business,
was
buddy.
some chemistry.
Mind your own business, fella.
him and Nikki got their own thing going on.
I can run pretty fast.
Yeah, I'll pull up in my Miata. don't
I
worry.
ain't that easy, buddy.
Oh shit.
That's funny.
Yeah. Any other questions?
I don't know. I think there might have to be a part 2 to this.
Yeah,
Oh,
this is
Because
a lot.
as like time goes by, my head's just gonna keep filling.
Yeah,
up
do you have
with
questions for us?
Yeah.
What's it like being straight?
Yeah.
Oh
I
no!
mean,
Yeah, have you guys noticed like, because a lot of people feel like everything is gay now, right? Like,
Mhm.
it's like, oh yeah, now this company is trying to go like going woke, quote unquote. Have you guys noticed that? Has it affected you in any way?
It hasn't. I wouldn't say affected me, but I've noticed it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not saying that's a bad thing or a good thing. It's just
This guy's a
thing.
fence sitter. This guy's a fucking fence sitter over here.
okay. Where you stand with this, Kelly?
I'll do it.
Say it.
I'll look like an asshole.
Yeah, say it.
My thing is like, I wouldn't care either way, and it almost puts you in a position that you have to care. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
yeah, no.
you have to like you're like, it's
Because
like
if you don't, then you're homophobic.
yeah,
Right.
or like the motorcycle thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like when you're like you're indifferent.
How is this different from
Just
what I
wait.
said?
Just wait. You're like driving a motorcycle,
Okay.
and then no one really gives a shit, right?
Yeah.
But then a dude revs his engine, and now you're forced to in your
Oh,
head, you're like, okay, this is fucking annoying. Now this annoyed me. So, but then it makes me feel because I don't actually dislike motorcycles.
Yeah.
But when it's all of a sudden
When it's loud and on your face.
when it's like hammered so hard, it's like I didn't care before, and now the only reason I care is because it's so heavy duty.
Yeah.
Like it's
No, I
You know what I
you
mean?
Yeah, and that's fair, but this the way that I see it, because like if this would be me like 10 years ago, I would be like, how dare you? You're
Mhm.
supposed to support the gays. No, like to each their own, of course. But when you still see like people being so blatantly homophobic and
Yeah.
like being so racist
And
out
just
there. Because I
rude,
know that
yeah.
you don't like people going out there protesting pretty much about anything, right? Because I think that's
I
what
don't.
you said on
I
on
think
the podcast.
like I
Come
think
on.
people should just
I
like
listen to all of your
just-
podcasts. I'm gonna call you out on everything.
yeah, no, for sure.
no,
yeah,
no, no.
Um,
But I know what you mean, right? Like it's just like you are not part. You are the kind of person that just like you're pretty much like in the middle. Just like you just don't care. I have a lot of friends that
Yeah.
they just basically just don't care,
Mhm.
which is fine too. Like you don't have to like automatically just tell somebody, oh yeah, just because you're wearing a pride, you must be homophobic.
But-
no, he was at home like making breakfast.
yeah.
Like I completely understand.
It'd be different. Like for instance, like friends. If I had a lot of friends who were in the community,
Mhm.
I would be there to help them and defend them for sure.
100%.
But I don't have. I guess now I do, Kev. But now
I
there
didn't say I
wasn't.
was
There
your
wasn't We're not friends. Fucking hell. I
No,
needed
you're
that,
good.
man. I needed that, bro.
No.
Fuck. Anyways, it's I've never needed to be in like the community fighting per se.
Yeah, no.
Do you know
and
what I
that's-
mean? Like,
no, that's perfectly
because
fair.
we live in this bubble
Mm-hmm.
in southern Manitoba.
Mm-hmm.
So
No, and that's perfectly fair. It's just and that's I think that comes more to like being human, because you feel like it's not affecting me, it's not part of me, so I don't necessarily care, right? But yeah, like I mean, it's not hurting anybody. It's sure it's kind of annoying. It's like seeing the whole like Taylor Swift everywhere, like
Yeah.
a lot of
Yeah.
especially the guys that were in like with what's his name?
Kelsey.
Yeah, with her boyfriend, just like they were saying like, and people were literally like telling her, "You're ruining football for everybody." And I'm like, she just went to watch her boyfriend play.
Yeah.
Like she's not ruining anything for anybody.
Yeah.
Right. But it's annoying because it's there, because it wasn't there before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but my take with that side of things is is like you can always look away. You know what I mean? Like
Oh,
let's
yeah.
say you're like, okay, I'm annoyed. You can literally walk away.
Like,
Like, you can-
nobody's telling you to take a dick up the ass.
my part is like when it's like when it's almost sometimes it feels almost like you're forced. You're like, hey, like I'm just here to, let's say I'm just here to buy groceries or something. I
Yeah.
know that's nothing's really happening in a grocery store, but
There's
when
a
it
deli
becomes
section,
that
though.
and it's like, no, before you finish your before you buy your groceries, you gotta right here or here. Kind of thing. Obviously, that's not happening, but sometimes it's like it feels like that's the thing. It's like I didn't give a shit before I came in here. Like I didn't even think about this before I came in here. I just got my groceries, like the Taylor Swift thing.
Mhm.
I'm almost like with that, it's good humor.
A
Like,
lot
to
of it,
joke
though,
about but
too,
it's like,
like-
just look away or turn off your TV, change your channel. There's other
Mhm.
football teams. You know what I mean?
But a lot of people were blowing it out of proportion.
Oh yeah,
too.
for sure.
Not on both ends, right? Because a lot of like sports people, because she was creating a lot of revenue,
Yeah.
Yeah,
a
making money.
lot, making
Yeah.
a lot of money. So of course they're gonna, it's like, hey, you know what? Taylor Swift is here. Let me just
Here
bring
it
even
is.
more
Yeah.
revenue. Okay, so there were some other factors that were like making that
And
more
that's
annoying.
my problem with a lot of this too is like I don't want to shout out, but like let's say Becky with the Israeli flag in her profile pic, like it doesn't matter. The U.S. is still going to be sending tanks and aircraft there,
Mm-hmm.
no matter how much you speak up.
Mm-hmm.
The U.S. military structure is gonna keep going.
Yeah.
So like, in a sense, like in that it
And how much like that, my question, I guess, my perspective is how much is Becky putting that in her profile picture just so she can say, hey, nobody get mad at me. I put it in there. Like,
yeah,
just,
I'm like
No, a lot of people, especially a lot of like people in the media, they're
Yeah.
doing a lot of damage control right now,
Yeah.
just because they're seeing that now a lot of countries they have gone against like Israel,
Mm.
and I'm actually noticing that kids are being bombed.
Mhm.
Then a lot of people are doing damage control. Then all of a sudden you see like this random
Flips.
person, flip it right
Yeah.
away. And no, and people are calling them out on it for sure, especially on TikTok.
Yeah.
People are calling them out. He's like, you weren't saying this before. When people telling you, what are you saying now?
Yeah.
It's a bunch of it is just a bunch of propaganda. And again, people that blow things out of proportion, like LGBT pride or Black Lives Matter movement and all of that. A lot of people that are like making things more annoying, it's just doing more harm to the group than anything else.
Yeah, and I think too, like at the end of the day, as much as like with that, it's like it honestly doesn't affect my life that much. Like when people are like,
we're just
I'm gonna
pebbles in a
make
giant
this a
ocean.
problem to fight whatever. I'm like, dude, I got my own so much of my own shit to like to fight whatever. It's like for me to go and let's say I was like really like this is really pissing me off, these pride parades. I'm gonna go protest the pride parade. I think in my head I'm like, fuck, I have to mow my grass today. You know what I mean? It's like,
and people do, and the people do go and protest. Like that's your given right. You can go out
Yeah.
there and show your opinion.
Yeah.
Is it gonna be wrong? Is it gonna be right? Who knows?
Yeah.
But just know that there are gonna be some other people that are gonna be louder. than
Fighting
you.
against you
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure. Yeah, you're gonna
if
get
that's,
outed.
if that's what if you think that you're gonna accomplish something and you think that you're happy with yourself, then do that. But just beware of the consequences.
yeah,
Because a lot of people think that freedom of speech is just freedom of consequences, and that's not it.
yeah.
Like things are gonna come.
There
for
is a
you.
consequence.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yep,
for sure.
Internet doesn't die.
And I think, like, too, what I was getting at there too is like, I think a lot of people, like, regardless of their opinions, it's like you have your own shit to clear up.
Yeah.
Like, even this guy with his wife, it's like, let's say he has a thing to fight or whatever. It's like, make sure like you're taking
care
care
of
of
your
your shit.
Yeah.
Like before.
And most of the homophobes, they're like down, like people in the closet. Most of them, especially men. A lot of them were seen like meeting up with like a lot of like Republican senators or whatever in the states that are like super against LGBT people. They're fucking dudes and like behind closed
Just
doors.
closeted.
100%. Because if you weren't part of that and you didn't care, why are you like fighting it so hard?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not affecting you in any way. Like, so why fight it?
Yeah.
When it start like, when it start causing a lot of like, I understand a lot of people that will be pissed at Pride because it's causing a lot of congestion, like traffic. I understand. I'm like, fuck, I need to get to my 9 to 5 job. I just want to get there, and there's this person with a fucking like dildo up his ass walking down the parade. Like, I don't need to.
How
see
do you
that.
feel about that? Like the like.
Wait, which part?
It's called kink. It's basically like, almost like kink at Pride.
Yeah.
There's it's very very out there with nudity, I would say.
Yeah.
Right? So there's a lot of like very revealing clothes out there. Like, people are not fucking on the streets, of course,
No.
but there's a lot of nudity.
A lot
But
of thongs.
and this, yeah, and I was talking this with one buddy of mine, and he was saying, he's like, I just don't like the fact that it's like naked men like right on your face. Like, why does it have to be like so sexual? And I'm like, I get it, but I made an example to him. Like, in Brazil, they have this thing called Carnaval every single year, and it's women with like 2 little like nipple covers
Mhm.
and something covering her kitty. That's it.
Kitty.
And they're dancing, shaking their titties and all of that, and they've been doing that for years since I was a kid. That's all that I would see on TV.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're okay with that, but then as soon as it's a double standard,
Yeah.
right?
I can see that.
I don't care for it much, and I'm like, sure, if it's not there, it's not there.
Yeah.
Some people would even say, he's like, oh no, there are some places that are like some of them are actually naked, or some of them are actually fucking, and I'm like, yeah, there's nudist beach out there.
Yeah.
Right? So there are people that are fucking there, and they're completely naked.
I saw people fucking at a Blue Jays game.
Did you
So
really?
yeah, they made it to social media.
You
They
see?
were, I didn't see it, but they made social media. They were up in the bleachers.
Oh, okay. I thought you were there. I'm
No.
like, no way, dude. That's sick.
I watched.
He
all
was
of
the
it.
one filming.
Yeah.
He was the third.
Yeah.
He was
I was in the cuck chair. No, it's it's like you said, it's a double standard for
Yeah.
sure.
Like, I don't care either way. Like, if it's there or if it's not. But I like with the LGBT people, it was more like, it's almost like a fuck you to people in the face, because a lot of LGBT people are so sexually repressed that they have no idea what to do with all those feelings. Hence why some men, married young and then fuck men behind their wife's back. I'm like, it's because it's such a stigma and such a like thing that it gets looked down upon, that they end up doing like stupid ass shit. And that's been going on for like a lot of years.
It's incel shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Getting really deep in the podcast.
Yeah. Shit.
That was good. Trying to see if I put some of my notes here to ask you for.
Oh yeah.
make
I thought that
notes?
you guys were gonna come in with a list or something. Normally
dude.
you're the one with the list.
We
Dude,
never
I
we never really have lists. Ellie just finds something on Cosmopolitan and throws her up.
Oh, you should have. We should.
I-
that was
I-
my bad. I was thinking that maybe I should bring like am I gay quiz, and we can all take it. And see what the result is gonna be.
I thought to myself, I'm like, I feel like we have enough questions banked up in our head. Like, I actually
Yeah,
thought
for
today,
sure,
I'm like, nah, I don't even. I think we can just freaking roll
Just
through
roll
it.
with it
Yeah.
and just like wing it.
Yeah. So, like, this podcast, for example, we say absurd shit all the time.
Oh yeah.
Like, when you're listening to this, are you ever like, do you ever get offended by it?
Well, that's the thing. Like I was saying before, if it would have been the me 10 years ago,
Yeah.
I would have been pissed.
Yeah.
But now I can differentiate between like somebody coming out of place of ignorance or
Yeah.
somebody actually making like a joke,
Yeah.
or somebody like actually saying something out of being malicious.
Yeah, we're the first
Right.
two. Just in case you're wondering.
But no, like I can if all of a sudden all I do is get pissed and
Yeah.
uneducated, then what are we doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like then it's never gonna change.
There's no
Yeah.
progress.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So some people need to get like take a chill pill, smoke weed,
Yeah.
relax, and actually explain their point of view. And if after that they still bigoted,
Yeah.
then you did what you did, right? Then you can hate them and just
Yeah.
tell them fuck
Yeah.
you.
Could you imagine though if this was like that meetup like you were talking about before, and then me and Torrie were just waiting for you to get here? we're not ignorant or making a joke. We're just
We're
bigoted.
actually
We're like,
homophobic.
yeah, we're like,
And we're gonna call you the F slur.
Were you
Tor-
worried about that? No. Okay.
No.
That's good.
I hope.
Because
Well,
I was for him. Like I was.
You fucking
I've had more conversations with Pelle than I've had with you.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah, maybe I'm the one that's probably homophobic. So,
Oh.
yeah.
I wasn't worried. I just like I knew of you less because all I've known of you is just you being
hammered at the
plastered.
bar,
Yeah.
that's unfortunate.
Well, something to think about, right?
Maybe you should take the liquor more thing out of it.
Yeah,
Because he's
well,
already
I-
twitching.
yeah.
So
Well, I'm just like I could use a drink right now. So.
Oh, dude.
Kev's making drinks after this, right?
yeah, I got a license. So.
Okay.
Dang, that's wild. What? Speaking of that, what like general thing do you think gay men do better than straight men? Obviously, the sexual stuff for sure,
100%.
but like just general things, like
General things, God.
And trust me,
Uh,
if you want to sound ignorant here, this is
This is
where
the spot,
you can
yeah.
do it.
Treat women better.
Oh.
I could see that. Yeah. I could see that. Yeah. Yeah.
No, well,
You got us
like,
there.
honestly, there is a little bit of truth there.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Like, like making drinks? Who would do it better, you think?
Like
Well,
cooking.
honestly, I haven't met any other gay dude. Like, dude, I went to Fame and there was this one guy serving there. He was barely wearing anything, and I was talking to this one friend of mine. I'm like, hey, you know what? Maybe like I should like hit him up. And he's like, no, he's straight. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing here? Get the fuck out of my space! Like wasting my time.
Do you not
You're
like
being-
when straight men go to gay bars?
Oh, God.
Yeah, here we go. Here we go. I knew there was something there.
You know what? No.
Get the fuck out of my
I
bar.
know. But here's why though. Here's why. It's because we barely have any spaces for ourselves.
yeah.
And and then they come in, and there are a lot of reasons why they come in, and it's also the same thing with straight women. Straight women, they think that they can just go to like gay bars and then just like be annoying as hell, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm just safe because I'm with my gay kids and all that. And I'm like, girl, we're just trying to suck a dick. What are you doing here? Get out of here. Because of you, now some straight men know that like single women come here and they go there. So like some guys go there to hook up with women.
Really?
Yeah, because
Go full turn. full
I've heard that. I've
Fucking
heard that
beat
as
the
well.
system.
Yeah,
dude.
so and I'm just like, what are we like? That's why it's a little bit upsetting when they take over our spaces.
Yeah.
I've definitely thought of doing that, Kevin. I'm sorry.
But if you need a wingman, I
Yeah,
got you.
if you see me there and you just don't beat the shit out of me.
Hey, dude, one thing I was thinking, I need to mention this. One thing I was thinking for finding a girlfriend, I don't think I told you this, but have you ever thought about going to farmers markets? Not you specifically, but the friend group. I was out at farmers market and was talking to Nikki
I'm so
about it.
cheap, dude. I go to a
You don't
farmer's
need to buy
market.
anything. You don't need to buy
Just
anything.
get a succulent. Those
Yeah,
shit
They're
don't
like
die.
$15 though.
Yeah, but they don't die.
It's
You just buy
$15,
one.
dude, for the rest of your life. Because think about it. Those girls, they're looking for plants, so they probably have a space to put the plant. They're taking care of themselves. They're not like crazy because they're not like you didn't find them at 3 a.m. You probably found them at 3 p.m. and
I sure hope so. Not 3 a.m.
and
Yeah,
like
farmers markets.
yeah, they're
That'd be
probably
fun.
ready to just settle down and have 45 kids.
Yeah, but I don't want to settle down on 45 kids.
Okay, 2 kids.
Maybe one.
I don't know, yeah.
Do you have any idea how expensive kids are?
Yeah.
One.
Yeah, I'd say one. It's probably safe.
How do you think that went?
Shut the fuck up. My parents love me, okay? My parents fucking love me.
I thought you'd reconsider.
So,
I was just
fuck. I got a
You don't
funny
even think
story.
of it.
I was at their place today for supper, and as I'm leaving, there was like a baby showed up on the TV. My dad's like, I want one of those, Tor. And I looked at him like, yeah, that's cool. It'll come. And then as I'm leaving, get on your stallion, Tor. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like my mom's just telling me to go and fuck. I'm like, yeah. I was like, what? I'm like,
I show up on my motorcycle.
yeah. I'm like, yeah. Oh god, my parents are so desperate for me to have a kid that like
parents, like especially dads, they say the weirdest shit.
Oh god, my mom said that.
It took me a while to come out to my dad, but when he finally came, because he knows that I was also fucking girls too.
Yeah.
So he literally came up to me, and I was already like 5-6 years in with my partner, and I'm like, okay, I hate kids. I'm not gonna have any kids. And then my dad was telling me, he's like, hey, I was thinking like maybe, because like, I was expecting a kid from like a grandkid from every single one of my kids. I'm like, okay, that's not gonna happen with me because it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And then he's like, well, no, but he's like, but you know how that works, right? And I'm like, yeah, I've been with girls before that. And then he's like, yeah, you should talk to one of your friends and maybe just have it. And if you don't want to, just leave him with me. He didn't ask me that once. He asked me that twice.
Okay, that is. I'll be honest. That sounds like the most South American thing I've ever heard in my life.
So South American.
You don't have to take care of it.
I'm like, Dad, you can barely feed me. Like, and you want me to like bring a random kid.
I'll figure it out.
And I was just gonna fuck off to Canada too. And I'm like, you want me to just like fuck off and you leave the kid here? Like, how responsible is that? No, he told me that twice, and I said, I'm like, Dad, no. Like, I'm sorry.
Wild.
Like, I'm gonna have only dogs. That's it.
Tori, you should do the opposite.
What?
You should have a kid here and go to South America.
Dude, that'd be great.
I got a place for you.
In South America?
Yeah, you can stay with my dad.
Hell yeah.
Fuck it. Bring your
Bring
kid.
the kid. And just leave it to my dad, please.
Kev sent me. I'm his kid. How's it going, sir?
Oh no, reverse, baby.
Fully fucking grown man just showing on my dad's face.
You bring your baby pictures
Yeah.
and everything.
I was adopted at a young age.
Yeah, fucking found you, Dad. Grandpa.
Grandpa. Can I call you Grandpa?
I'll be bunking. I'll be bunking here for the next 15 years.
See me at Carnival with the nipple things and the I'll be there.
Oh, shit. I like to get hammered at bars. So talk to Dad about that. Is your mom white then, or how did you end up with that?
They skipped. I heard genes skip or something.
Dude, fuck. That's what happened with my cousin. Because my grandpa, my grandpa on my mom's side, he had green eyes and he was blonde, just white dude. And how my mom is a little light skinned and has like almost the same eye color as you. And then
Related.
Yeah, and then my one of my aunties that she had a daughter. Her daughter was born like gray eyes, blonde, white, and both of them have dark skin and dark eyes and dark hair too. So he thought, I'm like, oh, this bitch just fucked somebody. So that was a huge thing. But no, then they had another kid, the exact same thing. It skipped a generation. It was crazy.
Dang.
Yeah.
There's someone in the back just sitting there like, oh.
We really should get 23andMe's.
Yeah.
Be really curious.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, no. When I got my ancestry,
you need
that was so
24
cool.
Yeah, I bet you.
I'm from all over the place.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are probably going to say like what? Like German, Irish, and like 2% white?
No,
Like
dude.
Milk?
Congo.
Yeah, low fat.
No fat.
Oat milk.
I'm whole milk. He's skim.
Lactose free.
I'm coffee creamer.
Oh shit! I'm decaf.
No, you're oat milk.
I'm recap. Dang.
Those things are expensive too. They look like
Yeah.
$130.
Oh, shit. I was gonna get one for my dog, and it
What?
was just,
For
it's
your
like this.
fucking dog?
Yeah, we don't know what
That's
she
dumb.
is.
That's fucking dumb.
No, and then I seen the. It's like
She's
the same
Italian.
price. She said,
She's a German short-haired pointer.
"Yeah, okay."
Okay. Well, you need to know what your dog is.
Well, okay. If it's a like she might be Greyhound. We're pretty sure she's Greyhound Lab mix. Some dogs are like herding dogs, so they need like a job to do all the time. So you need to cater to that dog.
What if it came back and it was like an African dog? Would you be okay with that still?
You know, like
I knew it. Good thing he didn't do it.
Dude, let's just say there's working dogs.
Oh no! Oh, no. He did it.
Yeah, here we are,
He
baby.
did it.
What's your
This
thoughts
is
on
why we were bullying
vaccinations?
you from the beginning because we know that this was coming out.
I knew it.
You get me tired enough that I just start breaking down.
Walls are crumbling.
Oh shit. Okay, you guys want to close this thing out? We're
Sure.
good.
Oh yeah,
Yeah?
So,
I'm
yeah.
fine. Do you guys have all your questions answered?
I think so for now.
We might have to do a
We
part
might have to do a
two.
part 2.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
fine.
You're
Make
good
sure
with
that June doesn't run out because
More content.
Yeah. Once June ends, we just send you a message. Don't fucking talk to us ever again.
all of a sudden blocked.
Yeah. We just needed this episode for this month.
Oh,
Shit.
Jesus.
Okay. Well.
Thanks for coming down.
Yeah,
Kev.
thanks,
this was,
man.
Thanks
yeah,
for
this
having
was
me.
fun.
This was a lot of fun.
This
Yeah,
has
this
been
was
awesome,
sweet.
man.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed it too.
Oh,
I
it's so
hope
much fun. Yeah.
you didn't take us too seriously. And you
Oh,
continue
no. I'm
not
used
to
to
take
white
us.
people around here, so it's all good.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I think we need to put this on the wall.
Yeah.
You can add it to the thing.
We'll find a spot for
Yeah.
it.
Sure.
If you're
Well,
good
that's
with that.
that's
no, yeah,
his,
cool.
dude.
Yeah, that's why I brought it.
Just stealing his shit.
I'm stealing his shit. I never even thought of
I
that.
literally got it for free.
Oh,
What
yeah.
kind of watch you?
Plus, it says Liquor Mart on it.
Samsung
So.
watch.
Can I see it?
You're not taking it.
I thought we all got a gift.
What'd you bring for him?
We do gifts.
I got a pack of lesbians waiting for you.
Hell yeah, dude! You got a dildo. I got some lesbians.
A bouquet of dildos.
We got a party.
All right.
Yeah, man. Thanks for. You say all right. Like shut up. All right.
Yeah, like shut up and close this thing.
Thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate Kevin coming down here and having a sense of humor with us and giving us some insight. And we appreciate you guys listening. If all of a sudden maybe you want to be on an episode, maybe you got something to share with us, shoot us a DM and maybe you'll be on the next episode. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, and join the herd. Oh, yeah. Catch you in the next one.
Take care, guys.